I've been moored up here, top of Hatton Locks, which is that way, for a few days now. I've been waiting for a parcel to arrive in Warwick. The parcel should be at the post office on Monday, so I'm going to head on down Hatton Flight. It's Saturday today, and it's an absolute glorious wall-to-wall sunshine morning at the moment. Let's hope it stays that way whilst I go down the flight. Catch up with me again at the top lock. Bridge 55, the last bridge before Hatton Flight. I've just arrived at the top block, well, a few minutes ago actually. I've just filled up with water, got rid of the rubbish, and here's the dreaded Hatton Flight. It could take me a while to get down there. The lock is now set in my favour as the boat just came up. Let's hope someone turns up very shortly, so I have someone buddy up to go down. Whilst I'm waiting for somebody else to turn up, I'm just taking a little look around, and here's a sculpture of a dragonfly. And this, of course, originally would have been a lockkeeper's cottage. They're rare things to find these days. Called Water View. It's like a hydraulic type of operation for the sluices. Well, it's the same principle. You wind it up and wind it down. And we have a little catch which goes on there to stop it turning whilst in operation. Fairly deep locks, but not crazy. I'm just going to push that gate to, as it's a little bit open. It may help to fill in the lock. Here we have the Hatton Lock Cafe. It's like you need to be a gardener to look after these locks. Here at the top locks, we have an LSM point and rubbish disposal, and they do actually have, at last, the first one I've found in ages, recycling. There's the LSM point, recycling for glass, general recycling, plastic and general rubbish. Better get some of this on before I go down these locks and get in the sun. Another single-handed boater has just turned up. She's just getting rid of her rubbish and we'll be off down the locks. First lock on Hatton Flight done. Let's go and pass the Locks Cafe. I'm going into the second lock where I'm sharing with Pauline. This lock is right by the Hatton, well, it's called now Hatton Arms. And the old lock here is actually somewhere you can actually moor in the lock to actually go to the pub. And here we have the CRT buildings at Hatton. And also at this lock there's a mooring in the old lock. I think this is a little museum as well here, but obviously it's all closed at the moment. I have recorded a few locks here in time lapse, so you can see the descent of going down through some of these big locks. I will play some music to it, hopefully complement it. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that little sequence in time-lapse. I think it helps to show the immense task involved of coming down Hatton flights. It's just relentless, one lock after another, and you can also see there are an awful lot of other boats on the move at the same time. I'm about halfway down the locks now at Hatton, and it's a scorcher. It's 30 degrees out, and I'm cooking, and absolutely zero shade. The solar's regulator is saying 0 amps, so the battery is obviously 100% charged. First time they've been like that for ages. I do think that some of these locks on the Hatton flight are starting to look a bit tired. This one here looks like it's 31 years old. It's probably coming very close to the end of its life. Let's hope it stays shut for a few more minutes. This is the penultimate lock coming down the Hatton flight. Oh, it's been a hard day. And that's the lovely lady I've shared the locks with coming down. As we just come under bridge 51C, which looks a little bit worse for wear there. We get to the last lock of the Hatton flight, and it hasn't come too soon. My legs are dead. That's a tough one in this heat. It's a tough one any day, let alone in 30 degree weather. Goodbye Hatton flight. You nearly killed me. Now to find somewhere to moor up, a couple of days at Warwick. Well, my plan tonight was to go down the Saltersford Arm, which is straight in front of me right now, but I've changed my mind. It looks absolutely packed and there's boats all over the place down there, so I'm going to carry on round the corner here, staying on the Grand Union, and go and try and find somewhere nice to moor up. That was a long, hard day yesterday, coming down the Hatton flight. I was very fortunate coming down there with Pauline. Pauline is a couple of years older than me, and together we both knew exactly what we were doing, and it made it a lot easier. I think we did it in just over 5 hours, about 5.25 hours. So that's pretty darn good going for two older people coming down the Hatton flight, and 93 degrees weather it hit at one point during the course of the day. Anyway, we're here now at Warwick. I've moored up about 500 yards short of the Cape Locks and the Cape of Good Hope pub. I'm going to walk into Warwick over the next couple of days, and I'll take you all with me. I appreciate all the support to my channel from my Patreons. Now, if you want to support the channel, you can also become a member. Members get all sorts of extras which are not shown on regular YouTube. There's pictures and short videos I upload there too, for members only. Also, Patreon gets things uploaded there for members only. So don't forget to subscribe. Consider becoming either a Patreon or a member of the channel. That just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.